Hey guys, Ozzy my Pokemon here, and today I have two new Showdown battles for you guys. And usually I make my own teams, but for the first time I've actually borrowed someone else's team. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link to it in the description, so let's just get right into it. So I lead with my Delphox because I predicted the Druddigon lead, and I do have Dazzling Gleam on this Delphox. So the Dazzling Gleam doesn't do much to the Delphox as he switches it in. So I switch into Hariyama, predicting Fire Blast. He actually goes for the Psychic, which does a lot of damage. And I go for the Fake Out here, but I am going to take a lot of damage from Druddigon's Rocky Helmet, so that's unfortunate. Here he goes for the Stealth Rock, but I switch back into Delphox because I know that he really can't touch me. His Ordino here is kind of annoying. It's really bulky, so it's not going to take much damage from my hits. I switch into Silvally because I want to get rid of these Stealth Rocks, as its Dazzling Gleam really doesn't do anything. The defog fails because he protects, so that's kind of unfortunate. So now he gets a free Wish Off, which means he can switch into anything and it's going to not take any damage. So the Parting Shot fails because of Klinkklank's Clear Body. As I switch into Delphox, he goes for the Gear Grind, and that's really scary as he has his Electric Z move now, and that's going to one-shot my Delphox, which was pretty much my only answer to this thing. He goes for the Magnet Rise, and I went for the Earth Power. Obviously didn't see the Magnet Rise coming. He goes for another Shift Gear as I go for the Shadow Ball, and it's a 3-hit KO, so he gets a free attack. So he goes for the Gear Grind, does around half. I go for another Shadow Ball, and I'm going to switch into my Silvally. I'm going to decide to sack off my Silvally because I just don't think it's as useful as the other Pokemon on my team. So he goes for the Wild Charge, and that's going to take me out, obviously, and I can Revenge Kill him with the Sneasel. With that Ice Shard. Now he's going to go into his Delphox, and I obviously am forced to switch here. He goes for the Fire Blast, and it does barely anything to my thick fat Assault Vest Hariyama. And I went for the knockoff, and I knock off Druddigon's Rocky Helmet. So that's good, because I really don't like taking damage from touching the Druddigon, because that is very annoying. So he switches into his Sigils now, and I predicted that, so I went for the knockoff, and it does a lot of damage. And I go for the Bullet Punch here, just bringing him down to low health as he takes me out with the Air Slash. I bring in Sneasel now, and Sneasel can Revenge Kill him with pretty much any move, but I go for the knockoff because I just assumed I'd be faster. I switch into Palossand now because it's a better matchup than my Sneasel on the Ordino. So go for the Shadow Ball as I predicted him to switch back into Sigilus to get his health back with the Wish, but unfortunately he did not do that. So he goes into his Druddigon now, and I go for the Stealth Rock, so his Delphox has to take some damage when it switches in. The Earth Power does a decent amount, but I get the Special Defense drop, which actually did matter. But now I get switched into my Venusaur as he goes into Ordino, and I'm going to activate my Z Celebrate. It's a really cool move. I did not know Venusaur had access to it, but it is really cool. If you don't know what Z Celebrate does, it boosts all your stats +1, so it's really good. He's going to try and stall me here with the Wish Protect, but it's not going to work. Venusaur just does too much damage with the Sludge Bomb, and I pretty much sweep a lot of his team here. He can't really stop the Venusaur from just running through his team. The only problem really with this set is that Venusaur is still outsped by a lot of Pokemon. It's outsped by, as you can see here, Choice Scarf, Delphox, and just pretty much any Pokemon that has a speed +1 in speed will outspeed it because Venusaur isn't the fastest. So I go for the Giga Drain here, hoping to do some more damage, but unfortunately it's not enough, and he takes me out with the Ice Punch. But it doesn't really matter because now I switch in Sneasel. I go for the Icicle Crash, and luckily I do get the flinch. And he switches into Ordino, hoping he can live a Choice Banded Icicle Crash, but he cannot. I go for the Icicle Crash again, and I take him out. And he forfeits there because there's not much he can do. Now, moving on to the next battle, I lead with my Palossand because I wanted to get my Stealth Rocks up. And with the Colbur Berry, Palossand is a really great switch into Knockoff because it's got really high defense. So Knockoff isn't really doing anything, and I just continue to Earth Power. I predicted the switch here, so I went for the Shadow Ball because he would have probably gone into Jellicent or Whimsicott, so I went for the Shadow Ball because it would do more. He goes for the Twinkle Tackle here, does only about 30%. My Venusaur isn't really looking useful against his team all that much, so I just decide to activate the Z Celebrate and get some early damage off. Probably not the best play, but didn't really matter in the end. I go for the Sludge Ball as he sets up Layer Spikes, but it doesn't really matter because I can just continue to attack him. Gunshot doesn't take me out because of the defense buff, and I get the Giga Drain off. He sends in his Sneasel now, and unfortunately it's too much for Venusaur to handle, and it goes down. So now I can tell that he's Choice Banded because he switches out. But I predicted that switch, and I go for the Grass Knot. And here I make a pretty bad play by not switching out. I completely forgot about Pursuit, and my own Sneasel has Pursuit, so I'm not sure why I would just forget about that, but whatever. I predict the switch into Jellicent, and I go for the knockoff, but unfortunately he has the Culver Berry, which reduces the damage. He misses his Will-O-Wisp, and I can take him out with the knockoff. And yeah, that was a pretty good play, to be honest. So I go for the Bullet Punch now because it's super effective. Just misses the kill. I'm really bulky in special defense, so I live his Moonblast very well. And now he sends out his Steelix. Now I know if I go for the close combat and weaken him, my Palisand can pretty much take him out really easily. So Hariyama goes down because of the defense drop, and I send in my Palisand. Now Palisand pretty much go for anything, any special attack, and Steelix will get knocked out. And I go for the Earth Power. Sneasel, I'm just going to let Sneasel take me out because I know that Silvally and Sneasel can easily take care of the rest of the Pokemon on his team, because as you remember, Passimian is only on 4% of its health. So Sneasel goes for the knockoff, not really doing much damage because of my Water Plate. He can't really knock it off. He goes for the close combat on the Passimian, and yeah, I can just come in and Ice Shard Revenge Kill with the Sneasel, and that is going to be good game. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I am looking for more Wi-Fi battles. I've been struggling to find a Wi-Fi battle, so if you guys want to battle me, make sure to hit me up on Twitter or tell me in the comments, and we'll work it out from there. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.